brand new banger.
Knucklehead Comics Tuesday is fucking Tuesday. We got Lay in the building. We got Cap in the building. Cabs can't make it tonight, but he's here in spirit. On Lay.
My man, just chilling, brother, chilling.
What's up, Cap? How you doing?
Doing pretty good.
Is that and the father goes shamefully? That's my son. And the other guy goes shamefully. Orion goes, that's my father. Choose fear and hate to run your life. Something you can't do. That was wrong with me from the beginning. I was doing it that way. I was gonna go down that path. I worried.
You thought it was Grayson?
Sorry, got hurt. Not him. Not him.
Crack his brain for somebody, anybody that can help, and remembers. Freeze.
The media.
Randall Savage.
Randall Savage. With his knowledge and all other shit and his capacity to learn.
Absolutely.
This is the only vegan I'll ever eat is grilled chicken wings, because that's like vegan to me. You know what I'm saying? Because the chicken wings are supposed to be fried, but you grill the chicken wings and you put it in some sauce and give it some blue cheese.
Is vegan.
That's vegan. Like regular moo cow fuck milk. Put it in some Honey Nut Cheerios. Vegan, because Honey Nut Cheerios is good for your heart. You know what I'm saying? Can I steal the question from Cabs?
I got it right. Look at this.
I would also like to steal. I would also like to steal. I would also like to steal.
You're too late.
Wow.
I stay loose, I stay hype, I stay loose, I stay hype, I stay loose, I stay hype. I could do this all night, cause I do what I like. Yeah, I do what I like, yeah, I do what I like. Sipping goose, sip is right, and I go with the flow. Yeah, I go with the flow, yeah, I go with the flow. Cause I know I'm the show. In the zone, here I go. In the zone, here I go. In the zone, here I go. Yeah, they know I'm a pro. Let's go, let's go! Yeah! Let's go! Here I go, I get lit, I get hyped for this shit! Right.
Word. He be like, I got a left elbow and a right elbow. I can break your face with an any elbow. Make sure that you get elbowed in your elbow with an elbow. Got the arm ball, get the phone ball, get around with the bomb with the bomb ball.
Daddy's gonna take you to Jersey Shore.
Yo, what's going on, everybody? It is Tuesday night. You know what that means. Knucklehead Comics, we in the building with another one. Cat, what's going on?
Not much, man. Just here, ready to discuss comic books.
That's right. And speaking of comic books, little update. Apparently, the Power Rangers will be the next season of Fortnite.
Oh shit! That's another toe in the show with Ray and Gigi show, where you just sit there and try to grind levels to get that Golden Ranger mask.
Right, shit. But as always, we're back again with another one. Tonight we're going to be talking about Nightwing versus Spiderman. And I want to hear your thoughts on that one straight up, and then a little stipulation.
Okay.
Throw a little stipulation in there. But before we go, I want to ask you a question. All right, I'm going to show you the picture because I don't know all these guys.
I don't know who they are.
I don't know all of them.
Let's put this up on the screen. Let's see what we got here.
Which villain hurt their hero the most emotionally and mentally?
Shit, you have to try to size up that picture.
Yep. Everything is fucking. Hold on. You know what? I got it. I got an idea. We're gonna do something that the kids don't know about nothing.
Oh shit! Is he about to cash in the money in the bank? The picture on the screen. Which, by the way, as he's looking at, just to plug, there's an interview coming up Thursday, I believe, right?
Yep.
So come back Thursday and what is it? The Brooklyn
Outlaw.
right? Huh? The Brooklyn Outlaw.
Yeah. All right.
Let's see who we got here. Okay. So that's the Joker.
Yeah.
That's the Goblin.
Yep.
I'm assuming that's the dude from Avatar: The Last Bender under him.
Yep. Majin Buu.
Yeah, that's Majin Buu. Darkseid or Darkseid, if
Yep.
you're show. That's another anime character I'm not familiar with.
Is he from Naruto or
I don't know. They didn't give any names, right?
no?
I'm about to try a fourth wall break within a fourth wall break. I'm going to use my Google to see if I can take a picture of him and figure out who the fuck he is. Oh, it's generating something. The image is J. Cole. Nope, that is they think he's J. Cole.
Yeah.
Oh, okay. So he's a villain from Jujutsu Kaisen. All right, so that's a villain from Jujutsu Kaisen. Magneto, Reverse Flash, and I don't know what the fuck that last one is.
Balgax, prominent villain and archivist of Ben Tenson in the Ben 10 franchise.
Oh, Ben 10.
You know what's funny? I
Okay.
have the Google shit too.
Yeah, as soon as you said Ben Benderson, I was like, all right, I know it's Ben 10. Got it.
Yeah. Yeah.
All right, so let's look at this way. The Joker has completely destroyed the Bat family at one point. The Green Goblin has pretty much destroyed the one true love of Peter Parker twice. Avatar: The Last Airbender, yeah, he was a big villain, but I believe Aang grew up and had kids and was totally fine when they got to the Legend of Korra. Jujutsu Kaisen, I don't know, so we'll have that guy in the air. But Darkseid, I don't know. You tell me, does the DC universe seem to be alright right now?
It actually seems to be thriving with Superman.
Yeah. So Majin Buu I'm gonna let you answer that one since you're the resident Dragon Ball fan here. Again, the Ben 10 universe is fine. Magneto has actually helped more than he's probably hurt. And the third true contender, Reverse Flash. That man has pushed Barry Allen to completely destroy the universe and then subsequently have to go back and try to put it together again and live through a massive loss for a second time.
Yeah, everybody in the comments saying Reverse Flash, Reverse Flash. Majin Buu kind of destroyed the planet, and then Vegeta had to come back from the death twice, and Gohan had to get a power up, and Goku had to merge with Vegeta, and then he's almost like invincible. But
now,
he didn't. I don't think he hurt.
Read the question though.
No, yeah, that's what I'm saying. I don't think he hurt him mentally or emotionally. I think emotionally and mentally has to go to Reverse Flash. Either that or the Goblin didn't kill. Well, in the movie, the Goblin killed Aunt May, but that was in one movie.
No. In the comics, do you know what the Goblin did?
He killed Gwen Stacy, right?
So he set up the trap that ultimately led to Gwen Stacy's death when Peter tried to grab her and it snapped her spine because he couldn't do it in time. But then they brought her back from the dead.
Oh, you're glitching.
Osborn manipulated
You're glitching.
her.
He's glitching so much he can't hear me. The minute you started the story, it started.
Yeah, can you hear me?
Yeah. Okay, so now he set up the trap, which caused the death of Gwen Stacy, and then they brought her back to death, back to life.
Yeah, and so I'm on just so you know, I'm on a bit of a.
No, I can tell.
All right. You know what? Give me a second. Let me just restart this computer. Hold on. I'll be right back.
All right. Okay. So while he does that, we got another. We got a few of these. Who would win and what, when, where, and how. But but yeah, they got apparently Blade has started filming or is gonna start filming next year or some shit like that. And there's a bunch of these Spider-Man news. You on your phone?
So I'm on my phone while my laptop is updating. Apparently.
Okay. So you want me to try to show you the picture again, or just you want to talk about Hobgoblin?
No, we can talk about the Green Goblin. So what I was saying was he set up the trap that led to Spider-Man not being able to catch Gwen Stacy in time, and it snapped her spine. But then they brought Gwen Stacy back from the dead, and then this motherfucker manipulated Gwen Stacy into sleeping with him, and Peter found out. So you want to talk about emotional fucking trauma? I don't know how much more you can get with that.
Shit. I mean, Reverse Flash did kill Flash's mom.
True, but so here's the question. So obviously we're going with Goblin versus Reverse Flash, right?
Yeah.
So what's more emotionally draining? The passing of a parent and then having to coincide and reconcile with that passing? Because that's essentially what Flashpoint was, right?
Yeah.
Or you thinking you killed the woman you loved trying to save her because a man fucking threw her off a bridge. Then she comes back and that man then tricks her into sleeping with him. And all the time he's setting it up so that you catch it and watch it and you know. You tell me.
I don't know. That's a tricky one there.
Yeah, that's a big ass mind fuck right there.
Yeah.
On both sides.
Shit, because it feels like Spider-Man is all fucked up. Like everybody fucks up his psyche somehow.
Yo, when we get into it, we'll bring that up more.
All right, so there's another. All right, so we're going with Green Goblin then.
I'm gonna say yeah,
All
because
right.
it said mentally and emotionally, right?
Yeah.
All right, so what's the other one?
All right, so there's the other one is an all-out brawl. Who's winning? Wonder Woman, Captain Marvel, Supergirl, Jane Foster, Storm, She-Hulk, Lady Marvel, or Rogue?
This one's gonna come down to Rogue and Storm, and I say that because Storm has been shown to beat the hell out of Diana with Mjolnir. And you can have the cosmic powers all you want. But literal Mother Nature, like she's literally on par with goddesses. So I would give an edge there. And the only other reason why I would put Rogue is because Rogue automatically on her own has strengths comparable to Hulk if she pushes herself. But she also has that ability to just touch you and you're done.
Yeah, it's
Like,
funny because
you're trying to fight her, she's just trying to play tag. So imagine you throw a punch and she just taps the hand out of the way and steals half of your life or steals a part of your life. Or that scene in the Matrix where he's just fucking blocking. She rips off the sleeves and it's just bare skin. Every touch, she's taking something from you.
it's funny because Hulk said Rogue and Lay said Storm.
Yo, I'm telling you, great minds, man.
But would Storm be able to take a punch from Supergirl and She-Hulk and all? Like, is she
So
resilient?
here's the thing: have you ever seen this? There's this short that goes around where these dudes are in a pool, right? And the dude slaps a big wave of water in front of him, and as he does that, there's a ball that comes and hits the wave, and the wave prevents it from hitting the guy.
Yeah.
Right. So Storm, being essentially the goddess of Earth, can use the wind to make it so that you can't even touch her. So all the strength you have, for what? Like,
Yeah.
but again, we're talking about peak level. No, no biases in writing. Just if you set out their powers and their limitations, I'm gonna give the edge to Storm.
Okay. All right. So now moving on, we got the look at the Punisher's new vest.
Oh, okay.
Now, I don't know if this is for the Spider-Man movie or whatever.
That might be for his what do you call it?
His special.
Yeah.
So speaking of the Spider-Man shit, the Punisher apparently is supposed to be getting an upgrade, so he can. All right, there you go. So the Punisher will reportedly get a major upgrade to deal with Spider-Man and the Hulk in Spider-Man: Brand New Day.
So he's probably, I don't know. Did this one have microchip?
Who?
I think so. So Punisher has a side character called Microchip, who normally is his tech guy. Like he's the guy who hands him some tech shit that he needs. get some weapons that are not in his cache and shit like that. I don't know. I think he did. I think this one, John Bernthal, and the Netflix show had the. As a matter of fact, I think it's the guy who plays the Thing in the Fantastic Four, who played Microchip in the Netflix show.
Let's see. Yeah, he was.
Yeah, so I mean, could be him.
And then Wayne Knight. What's the magic password?
Yep.
He was in Warzone.
And he didn't have one in the Thomas Jane one, I believe.
No, but there's one for the Spider-Man. But don't get excited. This might be the voice of Microchip in the cartoon because he died in 2019. Robert Alex Rod.
Okay.
Yeah, so it might have been the Spider-Man cartoon.
So, if he's getting an upgrade, could this be? Could we see this here? Let's see if I can find this. Bless you. Could this be what we're going to be seeing? The Punisher's first appearance in Marvel Comics, he was hired to stop the vigilante Spider-Man. Nobody knows who Peter Parker is anymore, right?
Yeah.
So, is the Punisher going to be manipulated in such a way that he actually thinks going after Spider-Man is a valid thing to do? And because the Hulk is in there, he's got to deal with both of them.
I don't know. That's weird because wouldn't you expect the Kingpin to be the one to tell him to go after Spider-Man with the no more vigilantes?
Normally, yeah, but you know what? Let me look it up because who did send? Oh, it was Kraven the Hunter. Oh no, that's in the animated series.
Wait, Kraven the Hunter sent Punisher?
Yeah. That was in the cartoon though. Let me see. Ba-da-ba-da-ba-ba-da-ba.
All right, why you think of that? A Spider-Punk animated movie is in development. Daniel Kaluuya is set to co-write the script.
Oh, nice. He's the guy from Get Out.
Yeah, and he voiced the character.
Him.
Yeah, he voiced him in Across the Spider-Verse. I mean, it's crazy how they're in development for a spin-off cartoon, but they can't give us part 2 of the second fucking show.
Well, yo, Sony is like, yo, the Spider-Verse animated movies are the only ones that are working. So we're going to make them all fucking animated now. So I couldn't find any specifics, but that goes in the animated series. It was Kraven the Hunter, so that goes to show it doesn't have to be Kingpin to send Frank after somebody.
Okay. But this is the thing, though. Like, I can't see John Bertho's Punisher giving a shit about Spider-Man because he's probably like, yo, this is a fucking kid that he helps women cross the street. Like, he wouldn't take him serious.
But now, to that point, knowing what you know about the Punisher in the comics, how the fuck did they send him after Spider-Man the first time?
Well, remember, they had the whole, he's a criminal. He's a vigilante.
I mean, J. Jonah Jameson's in this world. We know he exists.
Yeah, but shit. You're gonna... maybe Spider-Man fucks up. Or he does something looks like a criminal.
He could be set up.
Yeah, and then the Punisher goes after him.
I mean, but then again,
Or maybe the Punisher goes after him for help or to save him because he knows that the Hulk is trying to fucking kill him or some shit. And it just so happens that Spider-Man ain't trusting nobody and they start fighting.
yeah, the only issue with that is at this moment in the MCU, everybody knows and loves Professor Hulk. So I gotta. This one, I don't know how it's gonna happen because to me, this is again the Venom movie story. It's like we're gonna do this out of order and try to make it still like it was in the comics.
Yeah.
Like it worked in the comics because this is the first time we ever seen this guy. So we didn't know his backstory. We didn't know his motives. We didn't know nothing. But we already know this guy.
Is this gonna be more Hulk Part 3 than Spider-Man?
Nah. They made such a big deal out of that suit reveal. This is definitely gonna be Spider-Man and friends.
All right. So now here goes a question. It kind of goes to the topic of the main discussion, but a bloodlust, no holding back Spider-Man is coming for you. Build a team of street level characters to beat him. You can pick from among these listed. So I'm going to tell you: Bullseye, Batman, Deadpool, Nightwing, Deathstroke, Daredevil, Batgirl, Moon Knight, Deadshot, Punisher, Red Hood, and he's the one that can see your moves and mimic them.
Taskmaster?
Taskmaster.
Shit, that was a lot. So how many am I getting on my team?
4.
4? I'm taking Batman. I'm taking Red Hood. I'm taking Bullseye. Fuck, I need somebody with some sort of fucking strength. Fuck it. Nah. I'm taking Bullseye, Red Hood, Deathshot. No, fuck. Yo, this is tough. Because I want to go with people with shooters with accuracy, right? But the spider sense is gonna detect that these guys are enemies. And it's gonna he's gonna be able to dodge everything they do. I definitely want Batman because if you give Batman time to prepare, you can do any bucket, blah, blah, blah. So taking Batman's dumbass. I need one dude who's at least cannon fodder.
Who?
Cannon fodder. Somebody who's gonna be sacrificed. So
Is
I'm
that
gonna sacrifice Red Hood.
okay? But is Red Hood just as good as Nightwing?
Nah.
Got Nightwing on this list too.
I know, but I want to save that discussion for.
You also got Deadpool.
There you go. So I'm gonna take Deadpool, Red Hood, Batman,
And Daredevil.
Nah, I'm not gonna put Daredevil in the way of a bloodlust fucking Spider-Man.
Moon Knight. Batgirl. Bullseye. Deathstroke. Taskmaster.
I'm gonna put Taskmaster because maybe with him being bloodlust, Taskmaster can copy some of the moves. So there's my 4: Batman, Red Hood, Deadpool, Taskmaster. With Red Hood as the bait to get slaughtered. I'm more curious to see what the fuck Batman would do to combat this dude.
Shit. I'm thinking of bloodlust fucking Spider-Man. I'm thinking Punisher, Deathstroke, Moon Knight, and Nightwing. Because Punisher's be like, we're gonna have to put this motherfucker down. Deathstroke is gonna be like, I thought you'd never ask. Moon Knight is gonna be crazy enough to be there, and Nightwing is gonna be the only one that's gonna be like, well, someone needs to think of a plan. Shooting him isn't gonna work.
Yeah. The only issue is, again, we've seen it in this is something from the comics, but we've seen it in Doctor Strange when he pushed the consciousness out of Peter's body, but the spider sense was still moving out of the way.
Yeah.
That's why putting you know what we need? We need 2 precision shooters.
Word. We do need 2 precision shooters.
Shit, that's a good fucking question though.
Well, I think I got one more. I got a few of them. Let's see, because it's been a while since we did shit like this.
While you're looking that up, a little bit of sad news on the Fantastic Four movie front. The second weekend had a 67% drop from its opening weekend. And it doesn't look like this movie's going to have enough legs to be successful in the domestic market here in its theatrical run. So that's going to be the third movie in a row that, regardless of quality, is still going to not make a profit in the domestic window in its movie theatrical run.
Word. All right. So you have Moon Knight, Thing, Black Panther, Punisher, Beast, Hawkeye, Wolverine, War Machine, Nightcrawler, Daredevil, and Ghost Rider. You get to pick any 2 of them to protect you. The others will hunt you down.
Oh. Shit. Okay. Read them off one more time.
Thing.
Okay.
Moon Knight.
All right.
Black Panther, Beast, Punisher, Hawkeye, Nightcrawler, Wolverine, War Machine, Daredevil, Ghost Rider.
All right. So there's one answer that I'm taking no matter what.
Ghost Rider.
And there's two. Yeah, I'm taking Ghost Rider because Ghost Rider has the power of a fucking hell demon and a literal god. And if I fuck him and the innocent shit, if I get him to just show up, nobody's gonna stop his ass. But now I have two practical choices. Do I take Panther and have the might of Wakanda behind me and the resources of Wakanda behind me? Or do I take Nightcrawler because that's my getaway? You can't catch up to me if I'm bamfing every which fucking direction.
It's funny because majority of the people in the comments picked Ghost Rider and Black Panther or Ghost Rider and Nightcrawler. One person picked Ghost Rider and Moon Knight.
Yo, I'm telling you, you get Ghost Rider because he's a fucking hell demon that's indestructible and has a vehicle. And then you have the other two because they can either hide or get you away from the fucking fight. Moon Knight is pointless in this situation. The thing is big. He's got muscle, but you have to be within his vicinity for him to protect you. And how many can he take on by himself? If he's got to fight Ghost Rider, can he fight Ghost Rider and? You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So that I'm gonna go with. See, but now here's the thing. If T'Challa does agree to protect me, and he puts me in Wakanda, now I'm inviting multiple people to come and attack his country. So realistically, I'm putting way more thought into this than they thought people were going to do.
Oh,
Realistically, would Black Panther even, like, how would he even protect me?
the Dora Milaje.
But would he put his people in harm's way, knowing who's coming?
Oh, which Black Panther is? Is it T'Challa or Shuri?
Wow, I would hope it's fucking T'Challa, only because I don't want to I don't want to deal with Shuri, who doesn't even want the fucking throne. All right, final answer: Ghost Rider, Nightcrawler.
Okay. All right. That was the last one I have of that, but some news. I guess San Diego Comic-Con has confirmed Ahsoka season 2. And apparently Star Killer to join Ahsoka season 2 as the son.
Oh, he's gonna be the son?
I don't know what that means. Is that the son and the daughter?
Yeah. So the guy Sam Withers?
Yeah.
He's the
Witwer.
guy, huh?
Sam Witwer.
Yeah, Withworth. He's the guy who voiced the son in the Star Wars Clone Wars series. So he voiced Darth Maul. He voiced the son. Who else? He voiced Palpatine. So for the son, he actually did. They were saying he couldn't find the voice, and he was trying different things, and then he came up with the idea. It's like, yo, what if I mix a little bit of all the Sith voices that I can do? Because if he's the dark side of the Force, he would sound like everyone. So when he did his video recordings, sometimes you might hear a little Darth Maul, sometimes you might hear a little Palpatine, sometimes you might hear a little Darth Tyrannus. You might hear different things from time to time in the line delivery or the way he says a word. and he did that on purpose because if the sun is the dark side, then all dark side users get their shit from him, and he'd sound a little bit like everybody.
I mean, that makes sense.
Yo, this
But
dude
is
has
this going to be
stories.
just like the live action version of the cartoon?
Possible?
Or does she go back?
She probably. I mean, remember we left off. She was in the world of worlds, right? The world in between. Or did she get out? Oh no, she got out. She was stuck on the planet with Sabine
and Ezra.
No, they sent Ezra back.
Oh yeah.
So that planet could be that planet.
No, didn't we see that when they pointed at it with? That's what this guy was looking for, right?
Yeah, what Balin Skull was looking for.
So there you go. We okay. And she would know them because wasn't she there when Anakin did that shit or no?
Was she? Yeah, because the daughter is her owl.
Yeah.
So yeah, she would know. Yo, that just made me more hype for season 2 of Ahsoka now.
It doesn't have a date though.
Yeah, I think there's other shit that's got to come out. They're doing the Darth Maul animated series,
which apparently there's supposed to be Darth Maul versus Vader.
Which that would be dope. I don't know where this fits in the canon, or what this is, but I have full trust in the people doing it to just make a good show.
Yeah. So in the Star Wars comics, there was a panel is a page, right?
No, a panel is one of the squares within the page.
Okay, so there's a page that goes, there's an army. It goes, Darth Vader, lay down your weapons. You are surrounded. And Darth Vader lights his lightsaber and goes, all I am surrounded by is fear and dead men.
Yeah.
And it's like 200 soldiers. It's like 200 soldiers and he's going to kill all these motherfuckers. Like, yo, I seriously would like to see a fucking Darth Vader movie where Darth Vader fucking, like, they show his true power.
Yo, they can do it. Vader spent his years before episode 4 hunting down the Jedi who survived Order 66. What better way to show his true power than a full-length movie of him John Wicking fucking Jedi?
Right?
Like, oh my God, Vader, he came and killed with a lightsaber pencil.
Shit, I would like to see a dark fucking Dooku movie. Was it Rain? Yo, I gotta
Raven?
look up Raven. I gotta look up the one that he was a split personality because the Jedi erased his memory from the Sith, and then the Sith erased his memory from
Darth
the Jedi,
Raven.
and then but then there's one that he's so drawn to the dark side, even his lightsaber draws people to the dark side, and there's only one person that was able to not be drawn, and that was the female Yoda.
That was Yaddle.
She's so into the light. Like, I want to see these motherfucking characters. Like, yo, if you're not gonna give us Vader and you're not gonna give us something in the future, give us a TV show that has these people. Cause yo, that's fucking fire. Especially if you want to do like less episodes and just more like stories. Why not give us specials with these characters? You know?
Because those events I don't believe are canon anymore. And especially now with them trying to push the High Republic instead of the Old Republic.
Yeah.
I don't think that they, what do you call it? I mean, obviously they still own the rights to it because they own the fucking library, but I don't think those are the characters that they want to fucking show.
Shit. But I mean, I think those would be dope though. So here goes some news for you '90s kids. People who grew up in the '90s. You might know this, Cap, because you were directly not involved, but you was shown this shit in school. So the O.J. Simpson trial
Yeah.
is the reason why Gargoyles was canceled.
Really?
Yeah, it says the O.J. Simpson's 1994 trial often interrupted the show, leading to low ratings and ultimately cancellation.
Shit.
So
I thought it just fucked up the New York Knicks NBA Finals.
Yeah, so not only did he fuck up the finals, kill people from time to time, but he also got Gargoyles canceled.
Yo, I think that show was ahead of its time.
Yeah, especially with the animation and shit.
I gotta go. It's on Disney Plus, I would assume, right?
Yeah,
I gotta go back and watch that one day.
yeah, it should be on Disney Plus. If not, I know it's on one of the streaming. But also some more news. Marvel has reportedly decided to cut down Pedro Pascal's role in Avengers Doomsday, and he will no longer lead. They're saying that they're just hating. But did you hear about that?
I did not. This is a rumor?
That's what the news is saying from Movie Magic. So one person in the comments saying he spoke out in support for people in Palestine. Now he's being punished for it. Another person said Fantastic Four was trash. Just because he stood by Palestine, we will cut him out of the movie. Another good. Another Marvel movie. Can't wait for the CGI good guys to beat the fuck him. Yeah, so everybody's talking about him doing the Palestine shit.
Yo, that's fucking, that can't be it. Because to get fired because you're concerned that people are dying of starvation, that gets you demoted?
Yeah. Like, I get that you're an actor and you're in a movie, but shit, you're no longer able to have an identity, an opinion, or nothing. That sounds like slavery to me.
Yo, I hope that's not true, and I hope it's just a time commitment because Pedro's doing 47 other fucking things. He's got to do the Mandalorian movie, and he just doesn't have the time to be on set. Because I'm telling you right now, man, if this shit persists where they're like, hey, anytime you have an opinion about anything, you're going to get fired, I'm going to stop watching.
Yeah. Okay, so he's not being cut to part of the movie, but his role as Reed Richards is being refocused. While he's integral to the plot, he won't be the lead. A report for Game Raiders say that his character will be important but not central focus. The change in focus is likely due to MCU's broader narrative direction and the need to balance multiple storylines in the character. The movie is expected to feature a larger ensemble cast, and filmmakers are likely adjusting the narrative to give each character their due prominence. Pasquale himself acknowledges the shift, stating that while he's part of the movie, his character is not the lead. He emphasized that he was being honest about not knowing the full extent of his character's future in the MCU.
See, that makes sense. The fact that we don't have a lead in a movie with 75 million characters. Because what happened? We've seen what happens when somebody else is essentially the lead in somebody else's movie. we get Brave New World, where we're like, yo, that Hulk movie was dope. I wish we had a Captain America one. Like,
Yeah, right. Yeah.
because what runs the risk is, yo, that Fantastic Four sequel was dope. I wish we would have got Doomsday.
Shit. So, all right. Last thing before we start the verses. Jack Snyder says his X-Men movie will be recognizably different from the previous franchise. The core idea of what X-Men is involves complexity. These characters are wrestling with their identity and a place in the world. That's inherently interesting and complex material. That's what he said. Well, now here's the thing though. If he's saying that, and then you got these humanoids out here going to watch movies, and they can understand how a guy loses a dog and kills half of the planet, but they can't understand how a baby can be cosmic, and a god wants to give him his power so he can rest because he's tired of this shit. Since that is too much to handle, how are they gonna handle people with mutant abilities struggling with their identity in this world that we're living in?
But yo, time out. Because you read the comics, so you knew that the baby was cosmic. Nobody in the movie said that the baby was cosmic. They never explained that Galactus wanted to rest and have him take his place.
Yeah. But here's the thing. Now, how are they gonna know that the X-Men are mutants with the mutant gene, that they were born like that, and that the world hates them because they're different? How are they gonna know that?
They're either gonna have to read the comics or watch X-Men and subsequently X-Men 1997.
Are you sure they're not gonna have to watch the Marvels? Because the Marvels is a movie that happened before the X-Men was made, and maybe they'll say something.
Actually, you know what? They might have to watch the Marvels because Beast is in the post-credit scene, and that might explain a little bit about where the fuck the X-Men's been this whole time. So yeah, they might have to watch the fucking Marvels because it came out before the X-Men.
Now hold on. Now here goes my other question. How is it that they can go and watch a bunch of people go into a house and compete for the love of a man, and they don't know who he is, but they're willing to kill each other for them, and people can connect with these people and root for these people and be behind these people? What?
You talk about The Bachelor?
The Bachelor, Love and Hip Hop, whatever the fuck show you do.
Love Island.
Yeah, Love Island. They're able to do that. They're able to understand that without reading any books, magazines, news, or anything. They just jumped into it, got it. But they're not able to figure out that a family went to space, got hit by cosmic radiations, mutated, came down, became heroes, and then had to fight a fucking guy that's going to eat their planet.
Well, it's super simple. Love and Hip Hop, Love Island, Love is Blind, all that shit. They explain what the fuck happens in all these movies and all those shows. Obviously, if you watch a comic book movie, the explanation comes from the comic book that you've already read, and then you watch the movie. So if you didn't read the comic book, you don't get the explanation.
Because God forbid the movie does.
Yeah.
Shit. But yeah, so I have a feeling that because he's saying that these shows are let me hide this motherfucker. There you go. So because this guy is saying that this movie and these characters are complex, I have a feeling that people are not gonna like this movie. Because if there's one thing that I'm noticing, it's not superhero fatigue. It's not lack of characters. It's people are getting dumber by the second. Like it's a pandemic. Like
You mean an
it's
epidemic?
worse. It's worse than COVID. It's called stupidity. Stupidity 17. It goes by believing what you hear without any common sense. We have Google, ChatGPT, other people with knowledge, movies, books, all this stuff that contain information that people can find if they want to know about it. But no, instead of looking up this information, they would rather complain. So hearing that that the X-Men is complex means that he's gonna actually write it the way it's supposed to be written. And there's gonna be some deep shit in here that's not just kill baby kill and pure action. And then people are gonna be mad because there's no action in this movie. Cool. Fast and the Furious comes out next year. Wait for that one. Because there's either gonna be too much action and no story, or there's gonna be no story and too much and too much action. So like, what's the problem?
Yeah, I don't know. To be honest,
To be honest with you, Endgame had very little action until that last fight scene. Infinity War had very little action until that last fight scene. And people are comparing Sue Storm to the original Fox movies and how Sue Storm almost fainted when the merry-go-round, what was that shit called? The big wheel in Paris.
Oh, the Eye of London.
Yeah, when that shit fell and she had to hold it up with the force field, and then Reed pulled it back and she fainted, right? They're like, oh, look at how much stronger Sue is. Yeah, that's what happens when you have 4 years to train your body and to develop your powers. Because remember, the Fantastic Four got their powers and instantly became heroes in those movies. In this movie, it happened 4 years afterwards, which people don't realize. This happened in what, 1964, 65, right?
I think it was 62 or 3 or something like that in that movie.
Well, so no, I think no. If I'm not mistaken, I think it was 1965 where they went up to space. That was the year that the first official Fantastic Four comic released. 1969, 4 years later, was when another thing from Fantastic Four happened. And then the years that passed, like when Franklin was 5 years old, in that year they developed some shit else. Like they were going, the year that they were in the movie actually coincides with a year from our generation that something happened with each other. Like that's one of the Easter eggs. Like 1969, something happened. They referenced it in the movie.
Okay.
So it's it's like they forgot that they're 4 years into this, and Sue can develop powers, and maybe, just maybe, she's not Jessica Alba.
Yeah. Crazy, right?
You know? And everybody wants Chris Evans to be Johnny Storm, and like, that's Johnny Storm, and I'm like, I don't know. Because all the stories I hear about Johnny Storm, he's not that super duper dickhead.
Yeah, no, Joseph Quinn is the definitive fucking Johnny Storm. That's exactly the Johnny Storm you need. Where he's, what do you call it? He's the ladies' man. He's that. Everybody acknowledges it. But when it comes time to do shit, he does it. And he even acknowledges himself. Oh, I know. You all think I fucking saw a hot alien a naked alien, and I think we had a connection. It's like, that's not what the fuck I'm trying to tell you. Like,
Yeah. Now everybody wants to talk about what's wrong with the Fantastic Four and why it was bad, and I'm saying, no, I don't think it was bad, and the reason why people didn't like the Fantastic Four is because they came in assuming. They see Galactus, and I don't know what they thought was gonna happen. What they thought, Reed Richards was gonna fucking and blow up into a giant and start beating the shit out of Galactus. You show me a giant that people just fight hand to hand. Go ahead, I'll wait. Shit, not everybody fucking Jon Snow getting covered by 200 motherfucking soldiers in the battle of the fucking imps or whatever the fuck they call them. You know, you know what I'm saying? Like, relax. You'll be all right. Shit.
I mean, you know what's funny? I mentioned this before. I feel like we're now on the other side of the Eternals argument, because there are people who like, yo, you guys don't get the Eternals, and it was deeper, and it's blah blah blah. And we were looking at the Eternals like, yeah, but none of it fucking mattered, and it was 5 years, and now we're sitting here with the Fantastic Four, and everybody's like, yeah, but it was boring, and it had no thing, and it was in a different universe, and it didn't connect. And we're sitting here like, but you didn't understand it because it was this and that. Like,
no, but here's the thing, though, right? Fucking everybody loves Guardians of the Galaxy.
Yeah.
What were the Guardians of the Galaxy? Thieves and people and mercenaries. They were all bounty hunters, pretty much, except for Drax, who Drax just wanted to kill Thanos. So what were they doing most of the time? Stealing shit. What's the Hulk? A big ass monster. What does he do most of the time? Destroy shit. What is fucking Tony Stark? A mechanic. He builds shit. He builds other suits to fight people. Captain America was a soldier. What did he do in his movies? Soldier on. You know what I'm saying? So what do you do when you have 4 scientists in a fucking room? You think shit up. Think about this. You got the world's smartest man in the Fantastic Four Fox movies. He figures out a way to get the Silver Surfer off of his board, and he gives him to the military. Does that sound like a smart motherfucker to you?
yeah.
He goes some dangerous shit. I took him off the board. Now you go interrogate him. We're not going to study. We don't have access to his board or nothing after that. But then this guy goes, I tracked this bitch, and we could go find Galactus ourselves. Stop him from coming here.
No, I see what you're saying now, because in Rise of the Silver Surfer, he had that speech about the fucking going home with the prom queen or the football captain or whatever, but it turns out he was just manipulated by Dr. Doom so that the military could take Surfer, and Dr. Doom could take the surfboard. So yeah, is it intelligent to create that machinery to take away the two and separate them? Yes. The actual intelligence is there, but I see your point of how dumb he was to get manipulated into doing that shit in the first place.
And then let's do another thing. Who'd they fight? Because Silver Surfer choked out Johnny, and Johnny lost all his powers. Galactus was a fucking big ass ball of gas that Silver Surfer ran up into. Who they fight?
Maybe Doom when he was on the board for a little bit.
No, they contained his shit. But who they fight? They ain't fight nobody. In part 1, I think they were fighting each other more than anything.
Yeah, they did. There was only that one big fight scene at the end when they fought Doom, and then what happens when you superheated metal?
Vibranium, shit like that.
His dick shrinks. I don't know what the fuck.
You know what I'm saying? So it's like, wait a minute. Y'all people who forgot? Y'all forgot who the fuck these people are? And then you got I love the Fantastic Four. Apparently you fucking don't. Apparently you fucking don't. That's like going, I love the fucking the Temptations. And they're going, they didn't play not one Four Top song in that goddamn whole tribute. No shit. No shit. Little Yachty ain't showing up to the Temptations reunion.
Yo, it's like, yo, what's your favorite Temptation song? Ain't no mountain high, ain't no valley low. Like that's not a fucking Temptation song.
Yeah. Like, what the fuck? Like, yo, let's be honest here. You don't like the movie because you thought it was something else. And little did you know, not everything is a fucking Michael Bay movie. You like Sinners. There was hardly any action in Sinners until the end. But most of that shit was just fucking like anticipation and their aura and shit like that. Right? You sit there and you like fucking horror movies, but 90% of the time it's the virgin white girl that kicks the shit out of the guy that just killed 84 fucking people with his bare hands, ripping them limb by limb. But the little girl fucks him up. But God forbid, a fucking genius, the smartest man in the universe, outsmart somebody. And a woman who can literally bend light or make force fields and put somebody in a force field and condense it down to a fucking atom and kill him. God forbid she fucking pushes Galactus. Like Galactus is some kind of fucking like Galactus can't be touched or anything. You know, Galactus was knocked out before by the Thing.
And we said it once, we'll say it again. Squirrel Girl beat his ass.
Yeah. Like, shit, man. Get over your fucking self with this shit. You take the movie as they give it. It's always compared to something. People like, yo, what was better, Superman or Fantastic Four? They were two different movies. And you like one, you like them both or you don't. Because you can't compare them.
But you also like them for different reasons. Like I like fucking I like Superman for you can't talk to me because I like Superman for the exact same reason I like Fantastic Four. And that's because the characters I know and I grew up with were depicted exactly how they were supposed to be depicted in both movies.
Word.
So, as we're just on this rant here, the majority, I'm going to go from two different sources here. Rotten Tomatoes. The tomato meter is at 86%. So that means critics gave an aggregate score of 86% fresh on their meter. But the popcorn meter, which is the fans, gave it a 92%. So it can't be too hated. Then if we go to my trusty good old friend Cinema Score, where is Fantastic Four? Fantastic Four got an A-. Thunderbolts and Fantastic Four both got an A-, and that's the first time a Marvel movie has hit A since Endgame.
Yeah.
So fan reception on a bigger scale seems to be good with the movie. It's got to be the money problems and all that have just got to be the fact that fans maybe not superhero fatigue because Superman is doing slightly better, right? So not superhero fatigue per se, but maybe it's just that a lot of people who are like, oh, my friends keep telling me Marvel movies are bad now, so I'll wait for it on streaming. And then anybody who does go watch it, like, oh no, this one's good. But people have already made up their mind. Like, well, if they're bad, why go see them in the theater?
Yeah.
And side note, The Naked Gun got an A- cinema score as well.
So that's good.
Yeah, for for that kind of comedy, it's got a 90% tomato meter on Rotten Tomatoes and a 76% popcorn meter.
Okay. Yeah. All right, let's get to the nitty and gritty of the show, where we're getting Spider-Man versus Nightwing. Now, I picked Nightwing because everybody talks about Batman. Spider-Man versus Batman, and Batman had time to prep, this, that, and all that other bullshit. But the question is, since everybody says that Nightwing is a better version of Batman, how would Nightwing do against Spider-Man? And so I want a straight up battle, and then a caveat of if Spider-Man and Batman had Spider-Man and Nightwing had the same strength.
Okay.
Because you know how you like, oh, if he unleashes on him, he punch right through his chest.
Yeah.
Shit like that.
All right, so straight up battle. Straight up battle. It's probably gonna be like the first time Kraven the Hunter fought Spider-Man, when Kraven didn't have super fucking powers, he was just the Hunter.
Yeah.
Kraven the Hunter was actually able to hit Spider-Man and do some damage because his Kraven's ability to hunt prey and all that shit like somehow counteracted Spider-Man's Spidey sense. Superman has legitimately called Nightwing the best superhero DC has. Yeah. Superman has called him that. So by virtue of that alone, I would have to assume that Nightwing would have no problem bypassing Spider-Man's Spidey sense, because it's really just attuned to dangerous people and not specific, just regular danger. You know what I mean? Because there's that scene where Aunt May threw the fucking banana at him.
Yeah.
And if his spider sense was attuned to just danger and pain, all in a general sense, he would have reacted to it. But because his body knows it's her, and this is probably not going to hurt, it didn't even bother to kick in. So, given that, I still say Parker wins, or Spider-Man wins overall, because there is the strength factor, and there's the factor that Spider-Man can demobilize him with his webs. But the fight's not going to be as easy as you would think it'd be on paper.
Now, does Nightwing need planning also, or can he think on his feet?
He has been proven to think on his feet. Because in his day job, he's legitimately a cop in Bloodhaven. And you can't plan for shit if you're a cop.
Yeah.
Like, if you plan how you taking out criminals as a cop, you either have precognition or you setting people up. like it's like, yo, he shows up to a car stop, I'm like, yo, check the trunk. Bet you there's 3 kilos in there. Check it.
Great Scott, how did you know?
He's
But-
dusting his fingers off. Like, don't look over here. We found it.
But fighting ability, could Nightwing?
Okay. This is what I want to get to. Now, let's get to put everybody on the even playing field. Spider-Man's strength is equal to Nightwing's strength.
Yeah.
Right? This is where the battle gets fucking interesting. Because you have to sit there and go, Nightwing was trained by Bruce Wayne, who has training from Ra's al Ghul. Nightwing's combat ability is, if not equal, just underneath Batman. Spider-Man was trained by Shang-Chi. He's got spider fu. So strength for strength, this is now a top tier fucking martial arts battle. Both of them use acrobatics. Both of them have high combat skill. The only reason I'd give a slight edge to Nightwing is overall combat experience, because he's trained specifically to fight underworld, to fight criminals, to fight, Bane, to fight all these people in a very specific manner. Where Shang-Chi looked at Spider-Man and was like, I can make you more efficient in the movement you already do. So it's a little bit like, all right, we got somebody who's Muay Thai and karate trained versus somebody who's boxing and jiu-jitsu trained. As like both seem very well rounded martial arts to take hold of, but you got to give the edge to the guy who could take you down to the ground.
Yeah.
Right? So, given all equal, and the fact that we're going with the assumption that he'll be able to get past the spider sense, I think you give Nightwing. Now, Peter still does have his web shooters. But now, does the web shooters even matter if the strength's the same?
No, and he can't get away because the grappler that Nightwing has, he's proficient in swinging the whole city too.
Yeah.
And Nightwing is also like an Olympic level athlete with his acrobatics and.
Well, he's close to it, but he's a classically trained acrobatic who was in the fucking circus, like.
So he can keep up with Spider-Man.
Yeah. Yeah, remember, Spider-Man just learned his shit as he went. This motherfucker was trained. And especially, he's a trapeze artist. So he's conditioned to swing his shoulders, holding himself, doing all this other shit.
Yeah. I heard he was, or was it Batman that was like keeping up with triathletes? And
that was probably Batman.
Yeah.
But Grayson could probably do it too.
Yeah. But no. Grace was also in the physical peak of his, like, he's on the borderline superhuman physical peak, right? Like he can go up against people that can like power lift. He keep up with them.
Yeah, he's like Craven.
Yeah.
So if you take it to regular standard, he'll do some damage, but he'll win a couple of battles, but maybe not the war. Strength to strength, now it becomes even in who wins how many battles.
So now here's another question. They're saying that, what's his name? Drake, right? Which Robin is that? Nightwing.
Tim Drake is
Red Hood.
Red Robin.
Which one is Nightwing?
Nightwing is Dick Grayson. He's the first.
All right. So from what I heard, that the ring was going to pick him. The Green Lantern ring was going to pick him, and then slightly gave the edge to the Guy Gardner or to Hal Jordan, because they said that his willpower is only seconded Batman's.
Shit. Yo, what? I have a feeling he might have gotten. We got to look this up to see if he got a ring, because at a certain point, everybody in the DC universe got a ring, and I would assume, this is just me assuming, if that is correct, I would assume Nightwing would have gotten a Blue Lantern ring.
No, Nightwing has not officially joined the Green Lantern Corps in the main DC Comics continuity. While he has demonstrated the ability to overcome fear, a key trait of the Green Lanterns, and briefly used the Green Lantern ring in one instance, he has not been formally inducted into the Corps. And I just put it that he got a Lantern ring, so Nightwing's past experience, particularly his ability to face and overcome his fears, had led to suggest that he would be suitable for a Green Lantern. In specific storyline, Nightwing did briefly wield the Green Lantern ring. However, this was temporary situation, not permanent, during the Corps. Despite these instances, Nightwing remains predominantly associated with the Bat family and has not become a Green Lantern in some way. Why Nightwing would be the greatest Blue Lantern ever?
That's what I was thinking. He would probably be blue.
Nightwing in the main DC comic book continuity has not received the Blue Lantern ring. The Blue Lantern Corps, a group powered by hope, is a distinct entity from the Green Lanterns and typically features different members. While Nightwing has shown exceptional bravery and a strong will, which are qualities associated with both Green Lanterns and Blue Lanterns, he has not been chosen as a Blue Lantern in the primary DC universe.
Yeah, that's true. At a certain point, it seemed like everybody had a fucking ring.
So the female Nightwing became Barbara Gordon became the Blue Lantern in DC's Earth 9 or some shit.
Really?
Because she was Nightwing in that Smallville continuity number 9. Barbara Gordon was their version of Nightwing, and the Blue Lantern ring chose her.
Oh, okay. See, I figured that they would have given it to one of a Nightwing at a certain point.
What you said?
Said I figured that one of them would have had the fucking ring.
Who, Nightwing?
Yeah, like it makes sense because Batman had the yellow ring for a while. He might have even had the black ring at a certain point. Superman had a ring. Wonder Woman had a ring. Scarecrow had a ring. Like a lot of characters were coming up with fucking ring. Green Lantern. Green Arrow had a ring at one for a fucking split second. Like you would think Nightwing would have got one.
So Batman has worn several of the Lantern Corp rings, which are powered by different emotions within the DC universe. Specifically, he has worn the Green Lantern ring, the Yellow Lantern Sinestro Corps ring, the Red Lantern ring, and the Indigo Tribe ring.
He wore Indigo?
Yeah, Indigo. Batman has also been seen using the Indigo Tribe ring, which is powered by compassion.
And then you wonder why I thought Nightwing would have also got one. They gave Batman compassion. The man who makes child soldiers.
You said Scarecrow get?
Yeah, he had the fear ring for a little bit.
DC Scarecrow has been briefly affiliated with the Sinestro Corps Yellow Lanterns on a few occasions, but never fully embraced the role. He has had a yellow powered ring attempt to recruit him, but it was often intercepted or rejected. And then you said Wonder Woman got one?
Yeah, I think Wonder Woman had maybe the Indigo one because I think she took over like Sapphire for a second.
Wonder Woman has worn 3 different Lantern Corps rings in comics: black, violet, and white. She was briefly deputized into the Star Sapphire Corps Violet during the Blackest Night event and wore a violet ring in the Dark God story arc. She also wore a black ring, which reanimates corpses with their memories, and a white ring, which creates a merging of all colors except black.
Yo,
Now you
you know
said
who else
Superman,
had
right?
a white ring? Your boy Swamp Thing.
Really?
Yep.
Yeah.
Again, why I thought that Nightwing might have had one.
Shit. So Superman has wielded 2 types of power rings, green and white. He briefly possessed a Green Lantern ring during the time when Krypton was in danger. Initially, he became a White Lantern during the Blackest Night event to combat the Black Lantern Corps. During his time as an aviator of the Green, Swamp Thing was given a White Lantern ring by the Life Entity. This ring allowed him to tap into the power of life. Even after his role as aviator ended, he also briefly possessed a Green Lantern ring. Shit. So everybody's getting a lantern ring.
Except for the one person that probably should get one. All right. So, what are your thoughts on our main topic here? Given what you know about each character, what are your thoughts on how Nightwing would fare against Spider-Man?
So based off of what I keep hearing from everyone about Nightwing, it's like Nightwing is the greatest hero, in DC, but like the the least recognized. And people compare him to like Daredevil, or that's most of the shit that I hear is Nightwing versus Daredevil, Nightwing versus Daredevil. Which makes me believe that, if he could fight Daredevil, then he should be able to fight Spider-Man. Because Spider-Man's Spidey sense and Daredevil's fucking sonar are very, very fucking similar. And their agility is the same, or if not, one is slightly better than the other. Spider-Man, he has his web slingers, but he holds back when he fights. Like, the only time we've ever seen Spider-Man not hold back is when he beat the shit out of Kingpin. And that wasn't even Spider-Man, that was Peter Parker. He said it. He's like, Spider-Man ain't gonna kill you. Peter Parker's gonna kill you. And Nightwing supposedly is supposed to be better than Batman. And Batman's supposed to be the best and shit. So I think if they fought on a rooftop 1v1, I think Nightwing can get the better of Spider-Man some of the time. So let's say out of 10, maybe 3 or 4 out of 10.
Okay.
Because I know everybody just wants to go, oh, Spider-Man, Spider-Sense would stop Batman, blah, blah, blah. But Batman being a ninja, I think would be able to nullify the Spider-Sense. If there's things that can stop Spider-Sense from detecting you, then there has to be something that Batman learned from Ra's al Ghul that can fucking stop him from being detected. And Dick Grayson probably learned that shit also.
Yeah.
Nightwing had to have learned that shit also. And also, if Nightwing is that pure of a guy and that good of a guy, I don't think he's going to be seen as a threat. But with the gadgets that these guys have, I think he can hold his own. I think this is a closer fight than what, because it's not for nothing. Like, we always just boil it down to straight out. Well, if Spider-Man punches Nightwing in the face or in the chest, he's killing him. So Spider-Man wins. But Nightwing also has armor. Like, he wears less armor for agility, but when he fights people that are strong, like Bane or whatever, he puts armor on. So when he finds the ability of Spider-Man, or let's say he knows what Spider-Man can do, or a little glimpse of what he can do, he has to be thinking, all right, this guy's fucking able to swing throughout the city. He must have some endurance. This guy can do all this shit. He must have fucking fast acting reflexes. He has to have some kind of strength that's comparable to mine, if not stronger than mine. So he can prepare himself to fight Spider-Man, because realistically, Spider-Man is walking around seeing who needs help. Nightwing is hunting people down. Nightwing knows who he's looking for and he's hunting them down. Spider-Man is just, I'm here patrolling the city. You know? So, like, I'm not saying that he's gonna fucking put him in a bear trap or whatever, but I do think that he is, like, if you're gonna put it in a world where shit is even, because you have to remember, DC is full of gods, Marvel is full of people who got their powers boosted or was given their powers by some kind of science, right?
Yeah.
So if they merged together and they started out together in the same continuity, in the same comics, at one way or another, Nightwing had to have been enhanced. Because, like, Iron Man has his suit, but his suit can withstand punches from the Hulk, and it could, it could shoot rays, and it has immense power. You can't put on hockey pads and go fight people. You know what I'm saying? Unless you're that fucking good. So for someone to write Nightwing into Marvel, he has to have some kind of, he needs to be Punisher level fucking, or have an enhancement.
So you would think, all right, do you think he would either A, go to the power broker, or B, take the super soldier serum?
I think he would have a super soldier serum-esque type ability. Or like he would be like the White Tiger, like, something that the Black Panther had. You know what I'm saying? Something would have enhanced his ability. He probably would have been a version of US Agent. You know what I'm saying?
Okay.
So with that being said, now we're on the same power level and the same thinking level now. And Spider-Man fighting Cap in the movies in the Civil War, he beat up Falcon and the Winter Soldier, but remember, the Winter Soldier was holding back because he's full of remorse, of regret, and all that other shit. He's there to neutralize. He's not there to kill people. Because when he was serious about going after a bunch of fucking enhanced super soldiers and Red Room, he nullified them quick. He destroyed an army and beat the shit out of 2 super soldiers, and a Red Room, and a god. he got them all. You know what I'm saying? Shit boils down to Winter Soldier getting you. And I think Nightwing would be one of those, would be in that category.
Okay.
I think Nightwing would probably be like the Black Panther type. You know what I'm saying?
All right, so let's quantify this a little. So you said standard base level, you're giving Nightwing 4 out of 10?
Yeah.
But even playing field, what are you giving him out of 10 fights?
Okay, wait. All right. All right, hold on. Let me. Standard playing field, because you do have to remember, like, Spider-Man is, I would say, 2 or 3 out of 10 standard fight. Even playing field, 50-50.
All right, because I want to point out that during the Marvel versus Capcom, Marvel versus DC crossover, Spider-Man beat Superboy.
Yeah, but Superboy is just like, Superboy didn't have fighting ability and all that, right? He's just a clone of Superman with Lex Luthor's DNA in him.
Dude,
Right?
I gotta look up exactly which Superboy he has because it turns out there's like 15 different Superboys.
Well, let's see. Which
This is the panel right here, or one of them.
in the Marvel versus DC limited series crossover in 1996, Spider-Man, specifically Ben Reilly and the Scarlet Spider at the time, defeated Superboy Connor Kent. So Ben Reilly beat Superboy.
Oh, that was Ben. Oh,
That's the clone?
yeah. Oh, that changes things. Cause I always thought it was I always remembered it being Peter. I didn't remember it being Ben. Cause Ben don't hold back. Ben don't fucking play.
Word. So Spider-Man also beat Wonder Woman, apparently.
Apparently, everybody's beating Wonder Woman's ass.
Despite Marvel and DC always being viewed as rivals, they have worked together on plenty of occasions as well. One such time was in the Superman and Spider-Man comic, which saw the two heroes join together to take on Doctor Doom, the Hulk, and Wonder Woman. Also got side roles in the story that created more opportunity for mix of personalities. And because it's unavoidable in crossovers, the heroes also had a fight eventually, which led to Spider-Man having to fend off Wonder Woman. They beat Hulk, Falcon, beat the Fantastic Four, Black Widow.
So
Apparently, Spider-Man beat Silver Surfer.
Well, probably when he was the Cosmic Spider-Man. Can't be when he was fucking just regular Spider-Man.
In Silver Surfer 14, the character had a crossover encounter with Spider-Man while surfing over the city. And of course, these situations always have to have a misunderstanding resulting in a fight. And Spidey immediately attacks Silver Surfer. Anyone knows that on a good day, the Surfer would usually brush Spider-Man aside, no problem. But on this occasion, the Surfer was already in a weakened state. On top of that, he just plain did not want to hurt anyone. Silver Surfer repeatedly tried to avoid the fight and even saved Spidey from falling off a building, but Spidey wouldn't let up, knocking the Surfer off his board and taking the fight to him on the rooftops. The Surfer finally got fed up with the violence and made the decision to retreat, but first had to save a child who had taken his board. That act finally clued Spidey in that Surfer was a good guy, so he wounded he wound up winning the fight simply because the Surfer was not there to fight him.
Okay. All right. That makes perfect sense. Although, how many times do you have to hit a man who's not fighting back to realize that this ain't a fight?
Okay. Yeah, so here it goes. Because the fans pick. All right, so with much competition as fans proceed between Marvel and DC, there's only natural that two companies would eventually capitalize on it by doing a crossover where crossover battles. Some of the biggest names of both brands squared off to make many dream battles as reality: Batman versus Captain America, Superman versus the Hulk, and Spider-Man versus Superboy, where just a few of the matchups, and the fans were even further involved thanks to their votes determining which character would win the encounters. The fans picked Spider-Man to win the fight, which played out in a rooftop battle with Superboy. Superboy was the stronger of the two, but even though this Spider-Man was a clone at the time, he still had the original Spidey speed. Superboy's high impact style wound up working against him when he accidentally broke a water tower and flooded the roof, where might not only have been a big deal for a DC hero, but electricity was. Superboy charged at Spidey, but wound up getting webbed instead and crashing into the high voltage box. Electricity plus water equaled the end of the fight for Superboy. Oh, hold up. Spider-Man also beat the Black Cat.
I mean, that's
I thought the Black Cat was a good fighter.
Felicia Harding.
Who was the one that trained with
You talk about Wildcat?
Yeah.
That's Black Canary.
Oh, okay. My bad.
Now, although Felicia Harding does have a version of the Super Soldier Serum within her, she's just a burglar. Like, she's essentially Marvel's Catwoman.
Okay.
Like, she's not the world's greatest fighter. But now, given that we know that Spider-Man has beaten Wonder Woman, does that change your thoughts on the baseline fight? Or do you still give the edge because you can make the argument that Spider-Man plays up to the level of his competition? I.e., he's going to hit Rhino harder than he'll hit, I don't know then he'll hit the Mole Man.
Yeah, I mean, I think Nightwing still would have at least one.
No, I'm not saying that it's going to be a clean sweep, because remember, Kraven has been able to get Spider-Man before, and Kraven is not powered. So Nightwing is definitely getting something. But in the standard battle, I don't think overall. But once you put him on an even playing field,
Yeah.
I think Nightwing gets it.
Nah, he. What was the one that you suggested for the next time we did something like this?
Oh, it was the Red Rose. Oh, it was the Rose versus somebody in DC, but I can't remember who it was. I'll think of a good battle for them. But we definitely gonna have to explain who the fuck the Rose is.
Word. I mean, I think we got through everything we need to go through now.
Yeah, we got a little bit of time. Do you want to? We watched the first episode of Eyes of Wakanda.
Yeah.
Which all 4 episodes are streaming now on Disney Plus. Not sponsored, but fucking sponsor us or some shit. We hawking your shit on here, you know.
Word shit.
So you want to give your thoughts on the first episode? Because by the look of it, it looks like this is an anthology and not a linear story.
Yeah.
So each episode is going to be about a different thing.
I think that's kind of cool. It's going to be different stories because they already showed the power of the Dora Milaje and how powerful the vibranium and those weapons can be in the wrong hands. So I think that's That's good. Like that's dope. I kind of want to see. Kind of want to see what happens next because I know with, Iron Fist is supposed to be in it, right?
Yes. But this is so. Remember, this is a different Iron Fist than what we're used to seeing because this is, although it's an anthology, it doesn't all take place in our current timeline. I think I've seen a picture. I think one episode takes place in the actual MCU timeline, but I think everything else is before everything. So they got a lot of room to tell the story that they want without having to be bogged down by continuity errors and shit.
Yeah. But I mean, that's kind of dope. So now you said that there's one in this timeline, right?
They might. I just saw a still image out of context.
Yeah. So, I mean, let's see how it goes. Maybe if there is one in this timeline, then we'll see the evolution of Wakanda and all those years of tradition and why they didn't want people knowing the vibranium existed and
Yeah, I'll tell you one thing. So this first episode took place in like 1200 BC or some shit.
Yeah.
Right? And it was a good episode. It was good to establish how good the Dora Milaje are and what this protocol of Wakanda is.
Yeah.
But it also did a good job because the bad guy had some shit where you're like, yo, if this was in Wakanda, where the fuck is this shit? But it got all lost to sea.
Yeah. So that's where people found those artifacts.
Yeah.
So,
but that answers the question of, well, if they had this for hundreds of years, thousands of years, where the fuck was it when when we get to the movie? Like, they didn't have it. It was lost.
Word. What did you think of?
I definitely thought it was. I didn't know what to expect going in. It was very intriguing. I'm very interested to continue watching it to see where it goes. I thought the story of this first episode was pretty good. I like how inventive the kills were. Because this wasn't a thing where so essentially the first story is a Dora Milaje who was kicked out because she didn't follow the direct path.
Yeah.
So she gets recruited to go after this dude who's calling himself the Lion King or some shit like that, or King Lion, who has amassed a fucking boatload of boats and is water whirling this shit where he now rules over the oceans. And he just shows up on islands and fucking takes people and grows his fucking, his tribe essentially. So they send her after him, and the first few deaths of his henchmen are fantastic because she's not killing anybody; they're killing themselves.
Yeah.
Every time somebody attacks, she moves out of the way, and they wound up killing the other guy. The other person, which was not only funny, but it was inventive. It was cool. And I definitely can't wait to see what else comes out of this.
I hear you.
Because so far, if we're looking at the last few, Daredevil was a big win. Agatha was good enough. Ironheart was good enough. This Eyes of Wakanda looks like it's going to be good. Captain America was decent. Thunderbolts was great. Fantastic Four was great. In my opinion, there hasn't been any object failures in the last few rounds that they've had here. Other people are gonna say other fucking things, but that's other people. I don't see any abject failures that are like that are like Secret Invasion, where you're like, yo, this show should have never been made. Why the fuck are we watching this?
Yeah. Or fucking She-Hulk. Even though I think She-Hulk was more, it made more sense than Secret Wars, but still. But yeah, I mean, next week we'll come out with more Rise of Wakanda. And what else comes out after that? Is it Mr. Wonderful?
That might be towards the end of the year. Wonder Man. I think it's because anybody who watches the channel should know that Mr. Wonderful is Paul Orndorff, the fucking wrestler. But
No, after this, Marvel Zombies, October 3rd.
oh, Marvel Zombies.
Yeah, then Wonder Man is December, and then Daredevil Born Again season 2. They don't have a release date, but
Sometime
they confirmed that that's coming out. So Marvel Zombies is season 2, right?
No, they didn't. They did a Marvel Zombies episode, but I don't think they did like a full on Marvel Zombies thing.
Oh yeah.
Because that was part of one of the what ifs.
Okay, so the next movie that's coming out is Brand New Day, July 31st next year.
Oh, so it's no wonder they're showing pictures and shit.
Oh, look at this shit. So it's Spider-Man, Brand New Day, Avengers Doomsday, then Blade, then Avengers Secret War.
So, okay. Spider-Man Brand New Day, Doomsday, then Secret War.
Yeah. Because it's funny because there's no date for Blade.
Yeah, because Blade doesn't exist.
Yo, you want to talk about, we're going to get gaps because Spider-Man Brand New Day is next year. Like literally almost a year from now. And then December is Doomsday. And then a year from then, almost exactly a year, because it's December 18th for Doomsday and December 17th for Secret Wars, 2027. So we're gonna get a year and change in between these movies.
Hey, now's the time to rest if you're fatigued.
And we get some DC movies, right?
Shit, who knows? I don't even think he has a slate out for, because already the Sergeant Rock movie that was supposed to happen has found a director and an actor and then got delayed, and then they don't have a script and they don't have an actor anymore. So
All right, so right now the next movie that's supposed to be coming out is June 26th next year, Supergirl. And then after that, September 11th, 2026, Clayface.
wait, that's gonna be a movie?
It's in pre-production. I don't know if it's a movie, because then they have The Authority, The Brave and the Bold, Swamp Thing, Teen Titans, Sergeant Rock, and Wonder Woman.
Well, Sergeant Rock, we know is not coming up.
Clayface is an upcoming superhero horror film, yeah. Based on the
Ooh.
DC Comics villain of the same name. It will be the third film in DC Universe and the 7th installment of Chapter 1, Gods and Monsters.
Yo,
The film is set to release September 11th.
we got to go back. Wasn't it me who came up and was like, oh, here's my pitch for a Clayface. Let's do fucking body horror.
Yeah.
All right, I'm hyped.
Oh, here goes the TV series. So you got Creature Commandos, which already came out. August 21st is Peacemaker. And then fall of 2025 is Crypto. We got these cool little crypto shorts that are fun, man. I've been watching all of them. So they Crypto is an upcoming American superhero web television series based on the DC Comics superhero of the same name. It will be a spin-off of Superman, the third television series and fourth installment of chapter of Wiley's. Yeah, so I guess it's like little things here and there. Then summer of 2026 next year is Lanterns. Then Waller, then Paradise Lost, Booster Gold, and Blue Beetle. So Blue Beetle is gonna be a TV series
with our boy Zenyo Marijuana.
So do you think that the Marvel is taking off that year because of all these DC projects?
No. I hope, my hope is that Marvel is taking off the year to sit there and go, hey, instead of rushing, let's give ourselves time to end these last two, or this last fucking saga, whatever the fuck we're in. Let's put out the last two best fucking movies we can make so that people will start trusting us again, so that we can go into the X-Men saga and the Mutant saga and start fresh again with people going, all right, Marvel's back on track.
Word. I mean, because that's you've been saying take a break for a while now, and I guess the break is gonna be some big shit. So maybe they're taking the year off so that way they can be like, Doomsday is gonna do some shit. Then we get Blade, which probably be another introduction, like how Fantastic Four was, and then Secret Wars. And then it's like, oh, by the way, here goes some more movies based off of what happens after Secret Wars. Blah 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 blah. You know, because and not for nothing, they have to keep Secret Wars a secret.
Of course.
So they can't make too many movies in between them, because then it's you're gonna be sitting there giving up shit. Like, already, the room is too big for just 4 people, and people are fucking speculating. Well, the Avengers coming back, and the guy from Earth 22, so Hot Dogs is gonna be there. You know what I'm saying? Like,
if Bruce Campbell doesn't show up in Battle World or Secret War as Mysterio, I'm gonna put Ray through a table in WWE 2K25.
Word.
And this one actually has a chance of happening because I don't fucking foresee them doing that.
Word.
So, Ray.
But what if he has a boomstick?
Yo, if he shows up as Ash.
Here's my boomstick.
All right, ladies and gentlemen. That pretty much sums it up. All right, tune in tomorrow. They're going to be talking about sports and all the sports ball related news. Tune in Thursday because we got the Brooklyn Outlaw coming up in an interview and probably a recap of SummerSlam Night 1, Part 2 of the third one. Tune in Friday and or Saturday for the Tone the show. Because who knows? It might be 1, it might be 2. They might do just Friday, Saturday, and Sunday. You never know.
Word. And on that note, ladies and gentlemen, it's your friendly neighborhood knuckleheads signing out. Peace, everybody.